guys, this is Malinki. Welcome back to my channel, Voice of Malinki. Today we will talk about population characteristics. And if you are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel. And if you like my video, please do like, comment and share my video. So what is population? So population is a group of organisms of any species, live in a geographical area, share or compete for similar resources and interbreed. Let's talk about the population characteristics today. So first is birth rate. Birth rate is denoted by small b. The number of individuals born in a population in a given amount of time is called birth rate. So let's see the example to understand it in a better way. Suppose we have a pond and 20 lotus plants are there in the last year, suppose in the 2020. Now 8 new plants are added through reproduction this year, suppose 2021. So we had 20 plants, now we have 8 plants, so the total plants or current population is 28. Now birth rate is 8, that is newly added, divided by 20, so that was found in the last year, is equal to 0.4. That means we can see 0.4 offspring are generated per lotus per year. That is the birth rate. That's why it is said that the number of individuals born per member, that is important, and that is called per capita. Per capita means per member. So the number of individuals born in a population in a given amount of time is birth rate. Okay, next is death rate, which is denoted by small d. So the number of individuals die again per member, that is called per capita, in a population in a given amount of time. That is called death rate. Again in a laboratory we have 40 fruit flies. Currently we have 40 fruit flies. Suppose in week 1. In next week, suppose week 2, 4 flies die. So the current population is now 40 minus 4 is equal to 36. Now the death rate is 4 divided by 40. So 4 are dead and 40 was the initial population in the last week. So 4 by 40 is equal to 0.1. That means 0.1 individuals per fruit fly per week are dead. That's why it is the number of individuals die per member in a population in a given amount of time. In this case it is in 1 week. Next is sex ratio. So the ratio of males and females in a population is called sex ratio. It is very easy. Example, in a society 60% of the population are females and 40% of the population are males. So the sex ratio is 6:4, right? Next is age pyramid. This is very important to understand. A population is composed of individuals of different ages. If the age distribution is plotted for the population, the resulting structure is called an age pyramid. So what is age distribution? So age distribution is number of individuals of a particular age group, right? That is the age distribution. So in our human population we have 3 age groups. First is the pre-reproductive age group, then the reproductive age group, then the post-reproductive age group. Now, this is the expanding pyramid. So, in expanding pyramid, the number of individuals is highest in pre-reproductive age group that we can see. And the number of individuals is moderate in the reproductive age group and it is least in the post-reproductive age group, right? Hence, the shape of the pyramid is like this. Okay. Now, in stable pyramid, there is equal distribution of people across all age groups, right? Almost equal. Hence, the shape of the pyramid is like this. It is like bell-shaped pyramid. And in declining pyramid, the number of individuals is highest in middle age group, right? In both pre-reproductive and post-reproductive stages, number of individual is less. Hence, the shape of the pyramid is like this. Now, one thing you can understand from this, that is, for the expanding pyramid, we can see the birth rate is greater than death rate. That's why the pre-reproductive age group is highest, right? In stable pyramid, birth rate is equal to death rate. That's why the number of individuals are almost same in pre-reproductive stage and post-reproductive stage. And in declining pyramid, we can see the birth rate is less than the death rate, right? That's why the number of individuals is least in the pre-reproductive stage, right? Okay. Next, the shape of the pyramids reflects the growth status of the population, whether it is growing, that is in expanding phase, because here the birth rate is more, but if birth rate is more, that means the population is growing. So it is stable, that means the birth rate is equal to death rate, or it is declining because the birth rate is going to be decreased day by day, right? So this shape of the pyramid can say what is the growth status of the population. Okay. Now, next is population density. So, population size is population density. This is very easy. So, population size could be as low as less than 10, like in Siberian cranes at Bharatpur wetlands in any year it is less than 10, or it goes into millions like Chlamydomonas in our pond. And the size of population for any species is not a static parameter. It keeps changing with time depending on various factors including food availability, predation pressure and adverse weather. Now, the density of a population fluctuates due to 4 factors. First is natality, that is denoted by capital B. So, please check this. Birth rate was denoted by small b, but natality is denoted by capital B. Indeed, difference is there between two. So, number of births during a given period in the population that are added to the initial density is called natality. Suppose we have 10 people in a society. Now, 2 children are now born. So, the population density is now 10 plus 2 is equal to 12. And what is the natality? Natality is this 2. Next is mortality. So number of deaths during a given period in the population that are removed from the initial density is called mortality. So it is denoted by capital D. Again, check this. Death rate, we have found that the death rate was denoted by small d and the mortality is denoted by capital D. There is the difference. Suppose we have 15 people in our society. Now 3 people died. So the population density is now 15 minus 3 is equal to 12. And this 3 is the mortality. Next is immigration. So immigration is denoted by capital I. So number of individuals of the same species that have come into the habitat from elsewhere during a given period is called immigration. Suppose we have 10 people in our country. It is not possible. So let's say 10 people in a society, in a small colony. Now 5 people join them from other society. So now the population density is 10 plus 5 is equal to 15 and this 5 is the immigration. Next is emigration. So number of individuals of the same species that have left the habitat and gone elsewhere during a given period is called emigration. Again, suppose we have 10 people in our society and 2 people left them and migrate to other society. So now the population density is 10 minus 2 is equal to 8, right? So this 2 is the emigration. Emigration is denoted by capital E. Okay. So if n is the population density at time t, suppose it is the population density at year 2020. Then its density at time t plus 1, suppose it is 2021. We can calculate this because nt plus 1, that is the density of this year 2021 or the last year 2021 is equal to the population density that was there in 2020 plus b, that is the natality, plus I, that is the immigration, because in these two cases individuals were added in the society, minus d, that is the death rate, and e, that is the emigration, because these two are eliminated from the population. In this way we can calculate the current population density of a society.